Hey y'all. Okay, so um I think it is very important for anyone to accept Jesus Christ as their savior right now. Um okay, so I've been through a lot, and even for me, I wanted to wait a while, before I figured if something was true or not. Um so of course for me, I was like, well, if if all that, how would it be for anybody else? So, um, y'all know what I mean, like to get to an understanding that if something's true or not. Because, of course, I realize that, here's my sister and she just refuses to look into anything because she um, thinks everything's working, or she thinks that, everything's working. Well, that nothing's wrong. Does that make sense? I guess. Where I've seen, of course, I've shared enough where I've seen where it's been like backwards or whatever. Um, because here are people going to jail for this, and then other people that are violent, they're not going to jail. And then also, I'm thinking and was thinking about, okay, well, here's one person and they'll have a mile long of a criminal record, and here's this person who's never been in trouble, but where are they at, now or whatever. Now, um, I'm pretty sure that's kind of understood. Eventually, I'll get into a little bit more, um, somewhat on that, because unfortunately, the same year I lost that other friend, I got a friend to get murdered. So, I'll eventually get into that some or whatever. But something I was thinking about. Um, okay, so I'm going to try to share something in the description. And I've gone to the website, could never find anything. And then when I found that, I'm reading it. I'm like, okay, so they're secretive about stuff. So you'll see what I'm saying if you take a look. Um, Now, if there is anything to the red flag law, I wanted to mention because I started remembering and thinking and realizing that, if you find yourself in a bad situation, talking to people or counseling or whatever, even sometimes having a conversation, they might actually ask you, did you see the red flags? So, that's something I was thinking about. Well, it's not funny, but, it's sometimes you gotta kind of like, huh? Like, really? It's like, wow, they never said I had a split personality. What's going on here? you know? Anyways, it gets really frustrating that people won't even go look at anything like, anything. Like, so yes. So I'm like, wow, I don't have a degree. I didn't go to school to get this or get that. So no one wants to look into anything because it's like if I tell someone you should think or think did your child get their immunizations or whatever around the time they got sick, and instead of them going to look into that kind of thing, I'm the bad guy. Well, I'm not saying that happened, but oh yeah. So here's my little sister. My little sister, that's why I'm like, they can sure make it seem like it's in times. Okay, so my little sister, because it says something about families at each other. But like Facebook, my little sister doesn't really like Trump, and Facebook certainly lets her see the post of me supporting him or whatever. And to go on to this really quick, and then I asked her, I was like, do you go to my page or do you see my posts? And she said, sometimes I go to my page. Man, what was I about to say? Okay. I forgot what I was going to get to a minute ago. Oh, yeah. So, around the time when I think I had that little witch incident, which I know I never got to the whole story about that, but I'll eventually tell the story. Um, but I'm almost thinking, it was somewhat around the time when I had, is it tweeted back to Trump about someone being in Gitmo. Well, anyway, so that's what I'm going to try to put in the description and see if it's there. But anyways, so and then two times, I'm pretty sure two times I went back on the tweet thing, and I didn't see the ones that I had sent back. Like, why take out my tweet like that? Like, you know? Anyways, but I guess what I'm trying to say, or what I'm pointing out, is that, um, here I am sending back stuff back. And then around the same time or whatever, I get some visit of a witch, And that's why I'm like, well, are these people connected? Because I've met who I've met along the way, and I still waited, a while to dig and this and that and the other. Be like, yeah, I believe this or I believe that. And some things I still want a little bit more, you know, to make a final, any kind of final decision about my understanding if it's true or not. But whatever. But anyways, so I think I mainly wanted to point out about the red flag thing because I really did start thinking about that. Did you see the warning signs? So, anyways, all right. Well, I'll see y'all soon. God bless. And yes, I think it's very important to accept Jesus Christ as your Savior. All right. See y'all soon. Bye.